Hi, I'm back. Marilyn here with Saturday Sampler, October, ready to talk about piecing the Eclipse stars. So there's, as I told you, there's a lot of flying geese and there's a lot of half square triangles. So let's talk about the flying geese. When you do these, just like last month, you have to be careful about after you pair these, you have to remark them, and that's how you keep all the pieces straight. So here I have them. You're going to make flying geese 1 through 4. So in 1, you need to make 2 sets, meaning that you need 2 bases, and then with each base you need 4 squares. So you need sets of fabric 3 and 4. Fabric 4 is the base to get 8 flying geese. You need 2 bases and then 8 squares, okay? And they look like this. So I made a sticker that says number 1, and this is what your flying geese is going to look like after they're made, okay? And then with flying geese 2, you need 2 sets also with fabric 13 as your base. So you need 2 bases and 8 squares to yield also 8 flying geese, and in the end they'll look like this. Number 3 I have marked. Okay, you need to make also 2 sets with fabric 4 as the base, and then fabric 12 as the top. Again, 2 bases and 8 squares, and now they will look like this. And lastly, you need flying geese 4, 2 sets with fabric 1 and 6, fabric 1 as the base, and then fabric 6 as the squares, and they'll look like this, and then you'll get 8. So 8 of each one. And then you're going to make those, you're going to square them up to 2.5 by 4.5, just like we've done all the way along. So lots of flying geese for this. And then we're going to jump into half square triangles. Lots of half square triangles. Again, pair these. You're going to have half square triangles A through D. Again, mark these, okay? So you need 8 fabrics of 3 and 4, and you're going to get 16 half square triangles. They're going to look like this. In half square triangle B, you need 4 fabrics of fabrics 4 and 13 to get 8 half square triangles. They're going to end up looking like this. Fabric C, you need fabrics 13 and 14, 8 each, to yield half square triangles, 16 of them, and they'll look like this. And then number D, you need 4 fabrics each of 1 and 4, and you'll get 8 half square triangles, and they'll look like this of number D. Okay, so then you'll have, once you get all of those paired, you're going to have some squares left. 3, 1, and 13. Those are left over. Those are the ones that you just cut. Well, let's see. Was that right? Yeah, let's see. Fabric 4, 2.5 inch squares, and those will go out in the outside of your block. Okay? So those are left over, and then you still have 2 fabrics left. Fabric 9 and fabric 6. And those are for large half square triangles. So you're going to put those together. You'll have 2 fabrics each of the 5 1/4 inch squares. You're going to put those together, fabric 6 and 9, to make 4 half square triangles, and you're going to cut those down to 4.5 inches. On your small ones, I forgot to tell you, you have to square those up to 2.5 inches, just like we've been doing. Okay, and then you're going to yield 4 large ones for your centers. Okay, and they look like that. Square those up to 4.5 inches. Okay, so I use my block lock to do this, and I use my wing clipper to do this, or however you've been doing that all the way along till now. So now, once we get going, you can make your flying geese 1 and 2 and half square triangles A and C, and I have these all lined up to make these units down here, and you can see this down in the corner. And you can make your units right here, okay? And then you're gonna pair those with your center stars, and so that they look like this right here, okay? And you've gotta really pay attention to the color layout so that you don't get mixed up. And this is your color layout, okay? So I first had I've gotten this little mixed up here. I don't have it sewn together. I just have it laying out. So I have this one. I just was showing you the color. I'm going to put that back in order. But you have your colors laid out here. So here's my center. If I move this away, And you can see your flying geese sitting here in the center first. So you have the same flying geese on each side here, the same flying geese in the center here, okay? Then on the outside of your block, you're gonna have the same flying geese on the outside here and the same flying geese on the outside there. They kind of just double up. But when you're looking at your block, I just think I lost one on this over the side here, but the block has kind of a dark side on one side and then a light side colorway running on the other side. So you have these flying geese, and then you have matching half square triangles on each side of the flying geese that complete the side over here, okay? And then you have, I don't think that goes there. And then this one actually goes over here. Then you have also on the other side here, the same kind of deal where you have half square triangles finishing the rest of the block on each side. So you can see that there and on this side too. Oh, that got flipped over. So that's how the block is laid out, but I do rely on, so this is facing me when I've laid this out, but I do rely on my colorways to make sure that I have it laid out properly. So I would lay them out and I would lay all four on top of each other. And then you have your plain, some of your plain squares sitting in the middle also. Lay that out with all four laid up before you start piecing it. But you can still lay out your center first and piece that, and then lay out the outside. But make sure you have it laid out correctly and really look at these before you piece it to make sure your half square triangles are sitting properly against your flying geese. Okay? And that's your Eclipse Stars. And have fun with it. That's a really beautiful block. Thank you.